All right, the ball's in play. The game is underway. Quickly from the throw-in, it's picked out of there by Juan Martin Nero. Nero, the number 3 in white for Lalichuza Caracas. Nero takes that ball to the boards. Nero passing up to Sapo Cassette. Action on the sideboards. The ball is turned around by Mike Azzaro for Zecora, but picking off the play, turning it around will be Juan Martin Nero. Nero taps twice. Nero now uncorks the pass downfield. The ball well downfield, picked up here by Magoo Laprida. Magoo picks it off for Zecora. Magoo Laprida, the number 3 in black. Magoo working both sides of the pony, trying to get around Obregon. Laprida takes a shot, can't get it picked off, but Mike Azzaro gets the job, hands it back down to Laprida. Laprida losing that ball at the sideboards. Mike Azzaro dribbles once. Mike Azzaro sends one along the ground, trying to get it over to Facundo Piedes. The ball pushed out of there by Nero, but intercepted and sent forward. Laprida down to Piedes. Piedes with a long shot right there, beautifully done. And Facundo Piedes scores from about 85, 90 yards out. First goal of the game goes to Zecora. Passing the ball downfield to Cassette, decides to come on his own. Nero comes through. Juan Martin Nero breaks through the pack. Nero puts it towards goal. Juan Martin Nero shot. Carries, I believe, through for the score. Yes, it is. And it's tied up at 1 goal apiece. 3:15 remain in the chukker. 1-1 the score. And we'll come back to the center line. Juan Martin Nero equalizing the score at 1-1. Juan Martin Nero. Nero advancing downfield. He's challenged there by Laprida, but going forward, picking up the play, getting past the defender. It's Cassette. Cassette inside the 30. Cassette shot through for the score. The goal posted down. The goal will count. Lalichuza Caracas takes the lead. Just under 2 minutes left here in chukker number 1. It's now 2-1. Cassette makes the score.
What great teamwork here, Dale.
Oh, indeed. You saw Sapo follow up Juan Martin there. He took off again, really a fine example of some of the horsepower out there. But he immediately was on the line and followed his own player and ended up picking up that loose ball and taking it and scoring the goal. Just really exceptional teamwork.
Facundo Piedes bringing the ball downfield. Facundo Piedes running out of time. He'll have to hit quickly. Facundo gets past Nero. Facundo Piedes just keeping that ball in front. Facundo, he's about 65 yards out, runs out of time. That'll end the chukker, 2-1. Lalichuza Caracas with the lead, 2-1 at the end of 1 full chukker of play. Cassette has lost that ball. Obregon backs him up, but stealing the ball, turning it around is Facundo Piedes. Piedes inside the 60, trying to get around Vargas. Vargas takes a swing. Piedes. Right there, we did have a whistle, I think. Yes, we did have a whistle. Clock is stopped, 5:46.
Dale, take a look at this. He's nursing that ball in there. Victor kind of jumped in front of him.
Yeah, that was the foul, and they tried to let it go. They didn't blow the whistle right away, but because of that hesitation, it really forced Facundo to give up Facundo to lose an opportunity to score the goal, and they had to blow the whistle.
And Sapo has a chance to break the tie. Sapo shot in the air. It scores, and it's now Lalichuza Caracas 3, Zecora 2. Nero going to goal. Juan Martin Nero inside the 40. Nero rides out the line. Nero finishes. Oh, he's left it on the field, and it's turned around by Zecora. Coming in, Facundo Piedes. Facundo Piedes runs that ball down the field. Going back on the defense will be Obregon. Cassette comes back to help out. Piedes with a bomb towards goal. Look at Mike Azzaro turn on the speed. Mike Azzaro comes through, takes a shot. Mike Azzaro doing what he likes to do. Run to goal, ties it up at 3 goals apiece.
It's funny, we talked to Mike before the game, and he talked about, I have to keep telling myself, stay back, stay back. Well, forget about that.
Yeah, Mike's going to come forward every chance he gets, and really in this game he's going to have to. He's going to have to be an offensive threat every chance he has. When Zecora has possession of the ball, he's got to look to get in the offense, and as you can see, he knows how to do it.
Well, now I think he caught Sapo sleeping there a little bit, so that's made the big difference. It's 3-3 with a minute left to go in the second. Tony?
Sapo sends a bomb downfield. Victor Vargas on a racehorse goes to goal. Vargas inside the 60, nice approach. Vargas shot, it's through for the score. Victor Vargas breaks the tie right at the horn. Lala Chuza Caracas leads the game again, 4-3 at the end of 2 full chukkers of play.
What a play by Victor Vargas. One thing about him, you know, he's a playing sponsor patron. He comes to play.
Well, you saw his teammates didn't hesitate to hit him that ball when they saw him was open, and that's a clear sign they trust him going to goal with the ball. And as you can see, all they need him to do is finish the play, and he did that.
Mike Azzaro, Mike Azzaro, Mike Azzaro getting his second goal, and it's now tied up at 4 goals apiece.
Mike Azzaro came to play today, wouldn't you say, Dale?
He sure did, Ron. I've played in quite a bit of high goal polo with Mike at the end of my career and during about the middle of his, and there's one thing about Mike you can always count on. When he comes ready to play.
Nero to pick it off. Nero challenged by Laprida. Laprida's backhander down to Mike Azzaro. Mike Azzaro inside the 60. Mike Azzaro inside the 30. Mike with his 3rd goal, and he puts the car on top. Coming to the line now will be Nero. Nero, the horn is sounded. Nero takes it down. He's bumped hard by Laprida. Nero taking it towards the center. Nero, Juan Martin Nero going towards that goal. Nero has to beat this clock. He hands it off to Obregon. Obregon bumped by Azzaro. Nero shot to Obregon. It's past the goal mouth wide. That'll end the first half. Zecora with the lead, 5-4.
Come back down, Brad, ready to play the hook. Ball taken off her down, Brad.
Umpire Schwetz blows the whistle, says, back up, guys, give me a little room. I'll give you the ball when you're ready, and he does. Out the back door, Nero. Nero fires a drive, it's a score! Juan Martin Nero from about 90 yards out ties the score at 5-all.
How about that one, Dale? He really laid the wood into that thing.
Well, we saw earlier in the first half, we saw him miss a couple of those very close, but a guy like that doesn't lose confidence, and that baby was right down the middle. And
they can defend, but they may not come from within the goal mouth. So if you'll watch the back line, probably keep your eye on, probably on Cassette in the royal blue helmet to the left of the goal mouth. That ball is high in the air, well out of the reach. Very undefendable. And it's through for the score. Zecora takes the lead, 6-5. Uh-oh. Mike Azzaro lost his stirrup, and he's acting like he might have pulled his groin muscle. Mike Azzaro is limping. He lost or broken his stirrup. And he looks like he might have hurt his groin muscle. We've got timeout on the field, 2:45. The score 6-5. Finals of the 2012 Nespresso U.S. Open Polo Championship. Umpire lines him up, gives him back the ball. Who's going to get there first? It's Mike Azzaro running to goal. He scored 3 times before. Looking for his 4th, Mike Azzaro. Mike Azzaro leads all scorers today with 4 goals. Mike Azzaro.
Dale, we got to give this guy MVP. I know the game's not over, but he's really turning it on.
He'd have to do a lot wrong to not get MVP at this point in time. And as they may have heard, Mike's a 5-time U.S. Open winner. He knows how to play polo at this level and in a match of this magnitude, and he is on today.
Zaro leading all scorers thus far from the number 4 position. The ball back on the ground. Obregon leaves it for Cassette. Cassette taps it, now backs it across field. Zaro with a backhander, nice defensive play, passing to Piedes. Piedes trying to get around Cassette. Cassette leans hard, but Piedes still has the ball, picks it out of the air. Look at this shot. It's got eyes, it's right there. It's put on through by, who is that? Magula Prida.
Dale, what a goal. Amazing hand-eye coordination, go on the corner, and then great follow-up from Magoo.
Well, you're seeing one of the best in his individual talent in Facundo Pierres, and then the team play for his teammate to recognize what he was going to do with the ball and be there and be ready. It was a score and just a beautiful, beautiful display of this game.
Juan Martin Neto turns back towards goal. Neto getting away from Mike Azzaro. Mike Azzaro puts some pressure on. Neto, Azzaro hooks them out of Nero. Cassette takes the loose ball. Cassette trying to get past the defending player, Piedes. Cassette gets past Piedes. Cassette, Sapo shoots. Sapo, Cassette picking up his 3rd goal of the game. It's now 8-6. Nero takes out Piedes, going to the line. It's a bump and a ride off coming in. Obregon takes out Laprida. Obregon, the shot against the wall. Whoa, what a bump by Laprida. Azzaro's turnaround intercepted Cassette. Cassette, he's got 2 players downfield. Cassette, Sapo Cassette. Cassette avoids the hook and heads to goal. On the defense, Lyndon Lee. Lyndon Lee turns it around on the near side. Obregon shot, backed out of there. Going to goal, Cassette. Cassette finds the mark. His 2nd goal of the chukker. That's his 4th score of the game. It's now 8-7 with just under 2 minutes remaining here in chukker number 5.
How about that, Dale? It started way down here with young Obregon. Just really, I mean, he was in the mix over there, and he still had the energy to come over and dig it off the boards, and it was a whole team effort to get down there.
He's a really, really, really talented young player. Looks like he's got a lot of potential. As we just talked about, Sapo Cassette has finally found a way to get offensively involved in this game, and Zecora needs to be careful of him, because now that he's engaged, this could become a different game real quick.
Ball back on the ground. Who's going to come out of there first? It is Nero down to Obregon. Obregon is getting offensive now. Obregon, he's free and going to goal. He's in. Oh, he miscues. Piedes carries the ball forward. Piedes trying to get past Cassette. Cassette, nice backhander. Cassette shot, doesn't have enough on it. Oh, it's taken off the goal line by Mike Azzaro. Nero meets the play. Lyndon Lee breaks it up, hands it off to nice shot downfield. Piedes coming in. Magula Prida and Facundo Obregon. Laprida gets his 2nd goal of the day. It's now Zecora 9, Lechuza 7.
Dale, I think Magoo got the message up here.
He most certainly did. Just an incredible display of horsemanship and teamwork, and those guys are thinking so fast, going so fast. It's really a pleasure for me to see.
5:30 left in the game.
Facundo Piedes holding on to that ball, eating up valuable time. Facundo Piedes leaves it now for Mike Azzaro. Mike sends a strong hit down the right-hand side, right to the team captain, Lyndon Lee. Lyndon Lee shot right between the posts. Lyndon Lee gets his 1st goal of the game, and now all 4 players on Zecora has scored at least 1 goal. Lyndon Lee.
Dale, how about this one? Lyndon Lee right in the ball game there. What a great play for him.
Guillermo Cassette Jr. to take the penalty conversion. Cassette, it's in the air. It's through for the score. It's now 10-8. That ball over the scoreboard. So with under 3 minutes, we have a 2-goal margin. It's still up for grabs. La Lechuza Caracas scratching their way back. Cassette now tries to make a run. He gets past Pierres. Pierres steals the ball. Nero is there. Nero working his way towards goal. Nero shoots. Nero. It's through for the score. No, it's not. A defend. It's off the goal post. They take it out of there. Facundo Pierres takes it out of danger. Nero breaks up the play. Nero with a backhander. Obregon sends it goalward. They're going to run out of time. Sapo Cassette clears the ball. Cassette now with the backhander. It's off the field. Clock ticking down. About 11 seconds. It looks like your 2012 Nespresso U.S. Open Polo champion will be Zecora over La Lechuza Caracas, 10-8. Your 2012 Open champions, Zecora. Zecora the victors over La Lechuza Caracas. Don't go away. Join us down at midfield for the trophy and awards presentation to be presided over by our United States Polo Association's chairman, Chuck Weaver.
And what really amazed me more than anything is that we never really got our A game going because they're that good. They shut us down. But even with not playing our best, we still managed to prevail. So that makes a great team.
I don't know, man. It was such a tough game, and the long week. And I'm happy for me and the guys, the grooms, and all the people that work with us, and my family and everyone. I'm really happy.
No, fortunately I've been in situations that I've been in the finals of the Open, and I've played with great players, and I've learned over the years that you really you have to peak at a right moment, and with I think a lot of the experience that I've had in the past, it really came true today, and it helped a lot.
Going back to 8.
What's that? No,
Going back.
No. They say 6.
Very, very happy to win a tournament with Mabu, and this kind of a tournament that we really deserve to win it. And Lyndon Lee also did a great job. He buy horses, he put a really good team. And today, Mike Asaro, not today, the last 5-6 games he was playing unbelievable, and I think today we saw the best out of him, and that's why he won the best playing, most valuable player. No?